obviously came really close at the end. What'd you make of the performance?
I think our error rate was way too high. There's no penalties blown throughout the game. Their kicking game was really good. We had no field position, and they ended up winning possession at 57%, I think, for the game. So towards the end, we really started to play the footy we know we can, and it was all too late in the end. We just ran out of time.
Were you surprised it took that long, or...?
Yeah, look, as I said, when you've got no field position, no possession, and you keep making errors, you don't get opportunity. So we really had no opportunity to play any good footy. There's a lot of tired guys in the room, but they proved that, when they sort of went after the opposition towards the end of the game, how good they can be. Just got to make sure we get a couple of good lessons out of that.
A couple of times, Mary, after games about when we've gone out the opposition, we've been well. Has there been drifting in and out of games for you? Have you seen perhaps going through the motions at times?
Yeah, I think every team goes through different stages of the journey of the competition there, where you're playing your best footy and you're a little bit off your best. I thought Paul Vaughan probably had his best game of the season and others didn't. So I think when we were at our best, we had all 17 playing, humming together, So, look, we'll get home and we'll get back together, which is, we haven't been together for a month, so start working towards the back end of the year. It's disappointing. There's a few disappointed people. No.
Had you thought of resting anyone, or did you...?
Oh, well, no one. If you look at their minutes and the time off they've had in between, you look at their recovery. Paul Vaughan, for argument's sake, played Origin and all three and was probably the best on the field. So, that's just a little bit of excuse. We can certainly, manage their workloads through the GPS systems and what we do at training, but at this stage we all need to get back together and start working hard towards the back end of the year.
Is that the thing, though, that not necessarily the fatigue, but the fact that you haven't had them at training as often as you normally would?
Yeah, I think preparation and practice is something that we've done really well at the start of the year. We had a lot of continuity within our side from week to week. Our training was good. Obviously that brings you a lot of repetition stuff that we got really fluent at. So we took that on the field each week. Getting them back together is going to help that. But certainly, as I said, like the back end of the game, we looked the freshest. And, when we had a bit of possession and we went after the opposition.
So is that an attitude thing?
No, sure. I hope not. But, it's something we'll certainly address as a group when we get back to training on Tuesday. A little bit about that, because we showed that when we really, got a bit of field position and played a bit of footy, there was a lot of energy, wasn't there?
Same against Para.
Yeah.
How did it feel out there, Gareth?
Yeah, it was obviously spoke about after the game. Just, I think we had 16, 17 errors. Which, when you give a team that much possession of the ball, it's going to be hard. And we fought back at the end there, but in the end it was too late. So certainly disappointed, but move on to the next week.
I think in the first half, your completions were at like 60%, or might have even been in the 50s.
Yeah,
just so many drop balls.
Yeah, and that's the way the game went. You're not going to win any football game when your completion rates are that low. So something that we need to look at and fix up, and we'll do that.
Mary, when you say teams go through different journeys throughout the season, is it just timing for you now? Is that the priority in terms of trying to get
timing?
Yeah, trying to get your team playing their best footy at the right time.
Today was the start of the last third of the competition. So, there's always three phases of a season: the first third, the middle third, and the back end. We'll get everyone back now for the final 7 games of the competition. And your timing is important to make sure you're going at the right time, which is semi-final. However, today's the games we want to win, we need to win, and we didn't win. So, we've just got to make sure that we look at our vision, what we had, and own up to a bit of it and move forward going to next week.
I think Freddie said Paul Vaughan had a calf injury during Origin. Is that what happened again today, or...?
No, he just got a cork, actually. So he's okay. Freddie mentioned that, but Paul didn't come back to training, mention any of that, and certainly didn't interfere with the way he ran the day. But he had a cork and he had a bit of ice around the knee, but he said he'd be okay. Yeah, that losing Nane at the time of the game was a pretty big loss. You know, obviously he's a big body at the back of the field and wins that field position for us, and it sort of reshuffled our line a fair bit. He's got a Liz Frank, I think. So what that means is I'm not sure. Go for a scan, and could be a week or a month or the season, depending on the. I suppose how serious it is, whether it needs an operation or it just needs rest.
I suppose, is a quick bounce back important, because if that turns into 3 or 4, all of a sudden you're back in that sort of scrap week-to-week fight again?
Yeah, look, you know, we've been good up until today about maintaining the standards against all opposition. You know, we dropped our standards a touch today, obviously with that high error rate, and it's the first time this year we've lost 2 in a row. So you like to fix that pretty quick. You know, the Tigers had lost 4 in a row and they'd come off a 2-week prep leading into this game, so I'm nice and freshen up for it. But, you know, like I said, it's not getting too carried away with the loss. You understand it and you want to get better for it. But, you know, for us, it's just about making sure that we maintain our standards and what we've built, we maintain. So, yeah, we've got a bit of work to do.
Is it a new look, a lost bet, or are you just trying to be like Jack DeBillon, or what's going on?
Oh, apparently everyone's telling me it's a lost bet, but I'll keep you guessing. Justin Bieber fan. You reckon? Do you like it? Yes, I do actually. That's good, thank you.
Mary, what was it like for you to see Marshall and Farah back together in Tigers?
Well, not good, because their kicking game was pretty special. So I thought that was the biggest thing that they done well tonight. Their kicking game, all 3 were pretty good, including Brooks. You know, they built pressure, long kicks, and they obviously their short and kicking game was pretty good. So, you know, Robbie gives them a different dimension out of dummy half. You know, Benji back after a long layoff, fresh, playing against his old club always brings a lot of excitement and energy to his game. You know, you got to congratulate him, because they were too good on the day.